Welcome to Tallahassee on a gorgeous April Saturday for our first look at Florida State since last year's magical season. No ACC team has been better the last 2 years than.
But again, this is the Seminole Heritage jersey right here that the quarterbacks and even some of the defenders are wearing, which means they're a limited guy. Like, you can't go in there and just hit them full speed, coming back from injuries, but obviously you don't want to see your quarterback get hit anytime in the scrimmage. In this scrimmage, it's him just take a little bit off of that football on the intermediate routes, because look, playing quarterback is not just about the 60-yard bomb. It's also hitting the 5-yard slant. It's also knowing where to go on a certain protection. So those are the small
play upon arrival here is that he reminds them in his leadership style of Jordan Travis. It's low key, it's leading by example, and he's made a seamless transition to one of the team's leaders. He's also made a seamless transition to Tallahassee, guys.
Give me the McChicken.
Yeah, I have to talk to DJ about that now, because we don't need too many nights out at McDonald's, but I got another good restaurant for him too. It's called Lucilla's. Went there last night, had a good time on my way in from the airport.
Lawrence Toafili got the jet sweep pick. It's a third down rep for Uiagalelei in the first team offense. Toafili, the fifth-year senior, takes it in for a touchdown. Well, they expect big things from Lawrence Toafili, with Trey Benson gone, of course, and Toafili rising into a bigger role. Mike Norvell told us he's taken a great jump. A guy who was already a great player, but now he's one of the leaders.
Yeah, he's one of the top dogs coming back this year. You got to set the edge there of the defense, but they don't do it. Toafili gets to that outside piece. And again, this is a player that not too long ago was the MVP of the ACC championship game, again, where there was no Jordan.
We'll get into true scrimmage action. We'll have a 15-minute first quarter and a 10-minute second quarter.
Of course, the microscope will be on him, but offensive line was a veteran group. The DBs also a veteran group. Good throw right there by DJU, but you got to come up with the catch as Keatron Portier with the drop. But I like it. Quick release. He saw it. He gripped it. Players, Daryl Jackson, he's back out there, so this is going to be a very tough group to block.
Into coverage, and that gets tipped and incomplete. DJ Lundy broke it up, and he steps into the top linebacking job after. And this first team Florida State offense against the first team defense. Pressure comes, quick release, and nearly intercepted by Marvin Jones Jr., the defensive end and Georgia transfer.
And that's a great call by the
Fans, you have to engage with your community there.
Yeah, so yeah, draft night, Thursday night we're going to have like more of a smaller family get together back in Michigan City, where I'm from, and then Friday night when I kind of expect to be.
Grady Kelly, the Colorado State transfer, Tomiwa Durojayi, the West Virginia transfer, and a returner in Dan Lyons. So you got a lot of options, and we over 300 pounds and moves well. We got third down right now for the second team offense, quarterbacked by Trevor Jackson, freshman early enrollee, who is a walk-on. He drive back out there with Roydell Williams, the Alabama transfer running back, behind him in the pistol. And here is Williams plunging right side behind an offensive line that returns.
Washington, you add TJ Ferguson from Alabama, Jeremiah Byers, he's back. It's a really solid group there for a young quarterback in DJU.
Uiagalelei tucks it on second down. Pete.
Out of football last year, and again, even if you're a transfer, you come to a new system, you got to have experience, and that's something that Coach Atkins, the O-line coach and offensive coordinator, loves.
Uiagalelei to the sideline, up the ladder, and that is caught, and that has been our best guy.
Yeah, been one of the top guys, and again, he talks about his speed, the ability to take the top off, really great ball control, and also good body control right there, climbing the ladder, as you just mentioned, Mike, making a catch on the DB's head.
Uiagalelei's first completion, and it was good for 27 yards. Now he checks it down in Keon Coleman. Thought they could use me like that this year, too. Roydell Williams.
There it is.
Finds some space.
There it is.
And breaks free for a touchdown from 30 yards.
It's a great run by Williams. Doing a great job holding their edges, getting the hat placement correct. And again, Roydell Williams getting those feet up and down inside those tight gaps, and the ability to take it home with the speed. Also, look at the receivers downfield blocking. I know Ron Dugan's the receivers coach. He's going to love that one right there. So,
Florida State.
Miami spring game last Saturday. Got a chance to get on Get Up and First Take on Thursday. Talk some draft quarterbacks. Let's see, Friday we had our production call, and here we are back home in Tallahassee.
Always talking about
good players. And again, guys who have played a lot of football. Tyler Shuck, he comes over to the Louisville. He's going to be their starting quarterback more than likely. So, again, a real
on a play fake.
Shot.
Clean pocket. A shot indeed downfield for Benson and incomplete.
I like it, though. I like it. It's incomplete and really good coverage right there by Quindarius Jones, number 6.
Pretty good coverage as well from the sophomore DB you mentioned out of Meridian, Mississippi, Quindarius Jones. DJU pulls it, and there's nothing there on the right side as Blake Nicholson got to him. Sophomore linebacker.
Really good linebackers going to the NFL in Deloach and Tatum Bethune. So now Nicholson's going to have to step up.
So, yeah, going to be an all-conference guy by the end of his career. Uyunglele under pressure, got it to the sideline and complete to his tight end.
What a huge catch right there to move the chains.
On the crowd here, and the ball is out from Keziah Holmes. Let's go down to Pete with Florida State Royal.
See how far it was and how it is right now, man. I just love it. I love the way, you know, we won all the games last year. We got cheated out of them now. Ain't supposed to learn from it. So therefore, when you get your opportunity, you make the best of it.
What's it been like to experience this program as a dad? Your son, Peter Warwick Jr., is a defensive back, transferred up.
So to see their kids now out here as Seminoles as well, it's really cool stuff, man. The brotherhood continues.
Jalen Lucas gets wrapped up in the backfield by Sione Lolohea. Oh, interesting.
So, hey, there's a lot there where these coaches got to go out there and call some good plays, man.
DJU threw into coverage and nearly picked by.
So I'm sure Azaria wants to have a season like Jalen Ramsey.
So it sets up third down for Uyunglele, and he checks it down to Roydell Williams, takes it across the 50, and it brings up fourth down. How about what Adam?
This is his money year, so I know he's going to be hard on himself about dropping that interception. But again, this ability to be smooth and be a long, rangy corner, that's what you see now in the NFL.
Here, really cool future for this great venue. We're back in first quarter action here in this spring showcase for your playing career, whether it was Mexico City, whether it was overseas, London, Toronto as well, even going out of the country.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not so much the travel, it's more so the time zone change.
DJ Uyunglele took off to midfield, and now on first down, he sets up Keziah Holmes, who had the fumble earlier. He's getting another running back who they're high on. The 221-pounder is out today due to injury. Uyunglele rifles one complete to Darion Williamson, the fifth-year senior, and there's the arm talent.
That's not even just the arm talent.
Built like a creative player.
He really is, and he looks like one too, especially with that cool jersey on.
Here's Holmes over in the shoulder, trying to finish a run for a touchdown. 20 yards, and he ran over Shy Brown.
That's a really inside that 5-yard line. You see that paint there for the end zone. You're going to do a little bit of extra to go in there and get a tug. And again, this starts because of the throw by DJU, the protection by the offensive line. When you have a big play, usually the next play or the play after that one ends up defense going to want to get one back there.
Holmes in his third year now in Tallahassee after transferring in from Penn State. Here's a flip to the edge. And a good burst for Jalen Lucas. Let's go down to Pete Thamel, who's got more on this offense.
Well, we saw early in that drive, guys, DJ Uyunglele take a draw up the middle.
The creating offenses that fit the player, and that's so important because there's coaches where if you come in, they want you to run their style of offense, and that's the only way. It's their way or the highway. But I think Coach Norvell is one that he sees what he has as things that these players like.
It was real interesting talking to Mike Norvell about the portal process with DJU. As Jalen Lucas follows up a good Sam Singleton, unless we could make him better.
Absolutely, and again, that match I think is one that's made in heaven because you got a coach and a coordinator who's going to call things specifically to DJU, but also DJU's open to coaching. Again, this man's played
them for even their summer work, so you see them very close by DJ Uyunglele. Here's a pitch to the edge and with some speed.
Oh, yeah.
That was Deuce Spann, who you asked the question.
The speed, guys, is that these wins are very durable. That was something that Coach Atkins talked about. Sometimes when you have the dudes who are really, really fast, they're known as track guys. They pop hamstrings, they have ankles, all these kinds of issues.
Bella said he's got home run hitting ability. Inside the 5, Trevor Jackson with a give to Jalen Lucas, and he gets swallowed up into the teeth of the defense.
It's a good stop by the defense. Team is looking forward to 2024.
Quarter number 2 starts with DJ Uiagalelei pulling it from Lawrence Toafili. What do you look for in the decision-making of a pull?
I love that. The thing that you're looking for is that out in a guy like a DJU or even Jordan Travis when he was here to get 20 or 30 yards. Just give me 5 yards, get down, protect yourself, and let's move on and move the chains.
Ripped one into a tight window, incomplete to the tight end, Kyle Morlock.
Only in the books, too.
A linebacker room that, like we talked about, replaces not only Kalen DeLoach, but also Tatum Bethune. Across the middle, and it's Malik Benson on the hookup with DJU.
That is exactly what I want to see. Chains are moving his first down.
DJU 7 of 14 for 100 yards, and he gives it here to Toafili.
It's a good play right there.
The West Virginia transfer.
And again, Joshua Farmer, he is out today. So imagine, again, the rotation of defensive linemen that you're going to have here at Florida State. Very, very talented group.
Conrad Huss.
Jermaine Johnson. Again, Patrick Payton, who's currently here right now. So many great defensive ends. So that's high praise from your head coach. Again, for a young man that started his career at Georgia, decided to come back to home at Florida State. And again, I say home.
6'5", 257. They want him up near 265. DJU finds Jackson West, who hangs onto it, and he's got a first down.
Need to run another first down and a great strike by DJU, and also really solid protection by this offensive line.
Clean pocket, Uiagalelei back shoulder, incomplete, intended for the former top 30 recruit.
Timing, 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 and it was something that I saw grow with Jordan Travis. Now he's about to be an NFL quarterback, and the main thing for DJU is that piece. If he can keep his feet tied with his eyes, he's going to be just fine this year.
Roydell Williams with a...
Yeah, these are the things that happen. Again, he's putting his nose in there, doing a good job of blocking, just got rolled up. Hopefully it's not anything too serious. He's able to come back. He's had a really great spring.
And so on third down.
Some good wishes there to a young man, Malik Benson, new transfer out of Alabama here at Florida State.
Lawrence Toafili tries the left side and gets just a yard before he ran in.
Potentially make a check, might slide the line left or right, and then take a shot here. Might have a touchdown.
KJ Kirkland is the safety blitzing, so middle of the field incomplete. Intended for Darion Williamson. You got to love that DJ saw what.
Also, sometimes those are coverage sacks, and when you have DBs that are long like that, it's really hard for the quarterback to let that thing go.
On third down,
that's one of them.
There's
right
a coverage sack.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. The DBs all over the receivers, makes the QB hold the ball.
Florida State with 3 degrees. Last year was 19 for 21. We told you, just an awesome story of redemption after 12 for 20 the year before. Just misses on this one.
It's a rip. Mike, you think you can long snap?
You know what? No.
No?
I don't.
Me neither.
I've tried
I don't think I could either.
It's really fun, but no. This is Jalen Lucas, and he rips off a big one. With one hand, two hand, like, you need serious velocity on a good
off card almost, but that's Jerry right there. He'll take good care there of Malik Benson. Jerry was here when I was here as a player as well.
Trevor Jackson ripped it across the middle, incomplete for Landon Thomas. He's a big name.
To have those types of habits, instead of just eating down there with your teammates, which you should do every now and then. If you get a free 30 minutes to go up to the room, learn some tricks of the trade, maybe work on some protections, things that you got to clean up for practice. Those are invaluable reps.
August 24th in Dublin. All right, might be our last look at DJ Uiagalelei today. He's 8 for 17 for 118 yards and tried to connect with Ja'Kai Douglas, one of the guys you mentioned.
Got to get that football up again, a potential big play.
Oh, here in the second of 2 quarters of scrimmage action. And Uiagalelei finds Douglas this time. The 5th-year senior had that big game at Pitt in November you mentioned. When
NFL, and it really just streamlines your communication. You get maybe 10 to 15 seconds as a coach to bark out the call, and then also give some quick tips to the quarterback. Hey, watch for cover 3 right here. Watch for the defensive end backing up. And even to the defense, watch.
Good warning. Here closing down the second. Uiagalelei rifles left side and incomplete. Darion Williamson, the intended target, and good coverage from Kai Bates, true freshman.
Put 2 freshman corner come up and make a play like that.
And more of that length. Third down, pressure comes. Uiagalelei finds Ja'Kai Douglas, and he wiggles forward for a first down.
Your check down and let him do the rest of the work.
14 yards, clock running here in a 2-minute type drill. Sideline throw, and that is caught by Kentron Portier. The 5th-year seniors battled some injuries here. You're now wearing number 1 this year. You always got to get reacclimated to the jersey changes. Uyunglele up the seam and incomplete, trying to find Brian Courtney, the junior tight end from Uyunglele trying to set up the screen, and they couldn't get it to Roydell Williams. Third down.
Got to be careful with those screen passes. Again, if the picture is muddy.
Uyunglele 3 for 8 on this drive.
Free play.
Got a free play, wants Portier. Incomplete. Flag flies. It is defensive PI.
Calling for the flag up here.
On Edwin Joseph. 4 left, second quarter from the 19 for Uyunglele. Jalen Lucas, brother of Ja'Kai Douglas, we mentioned, for 2 yards.
Number 24.
Who heads off. DJ Uyunglele to the sideline, got it complete, and connected with Landon Thomas with 35 seconds to go.
It's a good shot right there by DJ out in the flat. And we got a middle of the field safety here, so might be working the outside.
Uyunglele looked that way, throws that way.
Smart.
And Thomas is out of bounds. He got rid of it. Now it's 4th down.
Yep.
On Uyunglele and Florida State's offense. DJU 4 for 10 on that drive. This from 31 for Fitzgerald. And he punches it right on through. And our excellent, hard-working crew. 24 seconds to go in the second. And Trevor Jackson on a corks one downfield and broken up. Intended for Jalen Brown, but there is a flag.
Give up 10 yards and move on to the next play.
On first down, against a 4-man rush, Jackson escapes, plants, look downfield, and he will just take some yardage, ducking out at the 44. Trevor Jackson at the controls with Demetric Stevens, the Tallahassee native, beside him. Jackson to the air, and he checks it down to Brian Courtney.
Good ball.
Got toward the sideline, close to a first down, and he's got it with 7.
Really good job hitting the check down.
Breaking news. So 3 seconds to work with for Trevor Jackson.
It's a good practice play right here, too. Hail Mary situation.
He launches.
Got a chance.
Toward the end zone and batted away.
And again, that's a very good rep. Thankfully, no one got hurt on that play, but sometimes in games you have to have that Hail Mary situation built in. So it's good for the receivers, good for the offensive line to understand what to do there, and also a great knockdown by the DBs.
All right, so that does it for the second quarter of action. All right, so we got the guest coaches from the 1999 National Championship team calling plays. Rushing yards, you got Tommy Pauly, had the block punt in the Sugar Bowl in the first quarter that year, an All-American in 2000. Corey Simon, 6th overall pick. He was a Pro Bowler with the Eagles after being a 2-time All-American here.
Go, man. P-Work's still in good shape, man. Travis Minor, too.
So these coaches, alternating series, calling offense and then defense. Quarterback is Dylan McNamara, Reg on, while the coaches take over here. Third down, and McNamara sells it incomplete. And 10. McNamara, nowhere to go. Advantage defense as Grady Kelly, the Colorado State transfer. By the way,
that's a good look.
That is a good
I'm going to get there someday.
I wish I could grow a beard.
Yeah.
First
someday, though.
First. Yeah, someday.
Someday.
And then maybe some grace.
You're still young, Mike. It's coming.
That is over the middle and incomplete. This is second down for Trevor Jackson. Throws it low, intended for Camden Friars.
Case, or you're going against your offense, your defense, you still want to take care of those guys. Those are your teammates. You don't want to take any liberties out there and end up hurting the guy.
No doubt.
Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. It's third down.
Bowl game, feeling extremely confident about themselves coming into 2024.
This is the Tallahassee native Michael Grant. Went to high school just about 15.
Both teams bringing back strong defenses, so it's going to be a great one.
Grant rolling left.
You had him.
Will tuck it and go toward the sideline in what is the third of what we expect to be.
But the biggest thing with those guys, man, they want fundamentally sound. As long as my feet is in the right rhythm, the right place at the right time, then the ball will come out in the right position. But they've done a great job coaching me.
And I'll ask you this now. All right, so you finished spring ball. They do have one more practice to come technically, number 15 for them. What are the next few months like until Dublin with College Game Day there for a college football player, but really for QB1 as well?
Yeah, for Q, the coaches want you in there getting that work in, and I guarantee you this Florida State team, they're ready to keep that work going.
They get home on Dylan McNamara for a sack. All right, let's pick up the final pieces here today from what we
Spot, Justin Cryer, him popping out there, Sean Murphy as well. And then for the offensive line, super solid all day. We've got a bunch of fifth-year seniors up there. Receiver position also looked really sharp.
in Lundy, but in others as well. You need your really good players to get better and take that superstar jump.
Absolutely, and a guy like that is Patrick Payton. I mean, he started out his career here at Florida State, being the ACC Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Here. And Pat Payton actually asked the coaches, hey, what's the record? And Adam Fuller loves what he's got.
Oh, yeah.
And Pat Payton, who's put on anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds, depending on who you ask.
Could play basketball if you wanted to and put your hands up and tip that ball in the air. And we all know tips equals picks on defense.
A tip ball is a pick ball. Big stick there on the incompletion. And finishing that hit for the defense as well. This is 4th down for Trevor Jackson. Winding down this
nice
back and forth. Finds a connection to Jeremiah Giedris, the redshirt senior from in-state.
Del Higgins loves that big man right there. Anywhere number 5. I love it.
Yeah, good number. All right, we are winding things down here, and we are saying so long from Florida State. For Pete Thamel, for the legend here at Florida State, EJ Manuel, and our entire crew behind the scenes, Mike Monaco saying so long. More spring football. Let's get you to Duke.